Time for some Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. In case you don't know what Bronx Knights baseball is, it's a created franchise on MLB The Show 20, a video game for the PlayStation 4. You create a franchise and it takes the place of a major league franchise. In this case, the Bronx Knights, as you can see, have been inserted into the AL West division, taking the place of the Houston Astros in the West. Right now, the Knights are 37-22, as you can see, in first place by 4 games over the Seattle Mariners. And it's time to play the next game in the schedule. So let's do this. Okay, so time for a 3-game set against Oakland. So let's start the first one on June 3rd. Play game. Okay. Play full game. Home team at Classic Yankee Stadium, as you can see. Okay. Ramos needs a day off. He's hot, which kills me to give him a day off, but he needs it. So on Mattingly. Actually, let me see. Let's go. No, actually, let's go Salazar, O'Rourke, Saps, Benny, Termini, Lindor, Miller. Okay. Oh, here we go. Obviously, the Bronx Knights are made up of a collection of created players, people that I've known in my life, past and present. And this is a fantasy franchise that is, major leaguers plus Hall of Famers, all-stars, legendary players. So, thank you for joining me. This is actually game number 60 out of 162. I plan to play every inning of every game in the 162-game schedule, see if I can make the playoffs, win the World Series, whatnot. 4-game lead in first place. On the mound for the Bronx Knights is Patrick Joseph, making his 10th start on the mound. His record is 5-1, with 6.10 earned run average. Pretty high ERA, but his record is nice, 5-1. And leading off for the Oakland Athletics is Jackie Robinson, 303, 1 homer, 20 RBIs, and 13 steals, which is good for first place in the American League. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. As you can see, the Bronx Knights have 15 games over 500. Good for first place. That's Don Mattingly at first base. And Benny LoCicero over in right.
7-10.
Slider just misses the corner. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. 77 degrees here in the Bronx and beautiful day in June. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. No, check that. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got a little ahead of myself. Pitch is high. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jackie Robinson. Swing and a miss. I guess it was 2 pitches too early, but he did go down on strikes for the first strikeout of the game. In real time.
Caleb Hamilton.
Next up is Caleb Hamilton, hitting .228 with no homers, 3 RBIs. Is obviously a backup player. And he fields it. Sorry, slashes it. Why is he not? Okay, I don't know what was going on there. They're calling it a base hit, but it should be an error. I was trying to get Mattingly to get over to first base. Anyway, Mickey Mantle, 257, 14 homers, 41 runs batted in, steps up. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side. And he pulls it, blocked by Salazar. He tosses over to second. It's going to be an infield hit for Mickey Mantle. And with 1 out, suddenly there's runners at first and second on 2 very bizarre plays in a row. Now, Adam Dunn is up, 225, 14 homers, 35 RBIs. He takes inside corner for strike 195 on the radar gun. This is the kind of hitter that can make it 3-0 in 1 swing of the bat. Like that, for instance, but that will curve foul. In this fictional franchise, he has over 600 home runs. Grounds it up the middle and through for a base hit. And he rounds third and is coming home. It's an RBI single for Adam Dunn. And the Oakland A's take an early 1-0 lead. Following that last play, that dive by Francisco Lindor, obviously he's complaining of leg pain, so I have to put somebody else in. That's a damn shame. I guess Gio Urshela will take over because we're trying to give Ramos a day off.
Now playing second base, number 30.
So Willie Stargell is up, very hot in his last 10 games. Overall, he's hitting .303 with 14 homers and 39 runs batted in.
The first baseman, number 8. Really.
Inside corner, strike one. There's a runner at third base. Runners at first and third, obviously, but the point is the runner at third base with less than 2 outs. And he fouled it back to the screen. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Willie Stargell. And he flies it to right field, which is plenty deep enough. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Willie Stargell. And the score will be 2-0 Oakland. Got the job done, got the run in. Next up is the Iron Man himself, Cal Ripken Jr., hitting .357 with 13 homers and 53 runs batted in. He's having a really good season. And it's in there for strike one. A lot of power on this team. I've seen 4 hitters in a row on the Oakland A's, each with 10 home runs or more. I think it was 14, 14, 14, and now 13 from Cal Ripken. And he pulls it foul. Strike 2. And he just gets a piece to stay alive. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes on Cal Ripken. And he fouls it off yet again.
Ball, that's out.
Change-ups outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and the side is retired. But not before Oakland gets 2 runs. And after an inning of play, I'm sorry, check that, a half inning of play, it's Oakland 2, Bronx Knights coming to bat. On the mound for the A's is Miles Mikolas, making his 13th start of the season. He's 5-5 with a 5.09 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is Max Lukic, hitting .330, 2 homers, 15 RBIs, 13 steals. And here's the pitch by Mikolas. And he fouls it off. A little behind on the fastball for strike 1.
Inside, ball 1.
Breaking ball inside. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oakland A's are 2 games under 500 at 28-30.
Ball 2.
Ball 2, 2-1.
Count 2-1.
And he flares it out to center, and it may drop. Nope. Center fielder Mickey Mantle is there to make the catch. Bronx Knights lineup. Max Lukic leads off. Don Mattingly's at first. Jacob Salazar is at short. Michael O'Rourke in center field. Matthew Saps designated hitter. Benny LoCicero in right. Matt Termini at third. Gio Urshela in second. And batting ninth is Anthony Miller, the catcher. Don Mattingly hitting .301. Steps up to the plate. And he just gets a piece of the high fastball. It's 0-1. Right on the edge with the 2-seamer. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Don Mattingly, the hitman. Pitch is high, ball 1. Count is 1-2. Don Mattingly played for the New York Yankees. He was the first baseman all-star for the Yankees in the late 80s, early 90s. And that slider is high. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he grounds it To the third baseman, Fields fires, got him. So there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Batting third, the shortstop, Jacob.
Jacob Salazar is hitting .333 with 5 homers and 30 runs batted in. He bats third today. Usually bats fifth, but today he's batting third. And it's a soft ground ball to Jackie Robinson at second. Fields fires, and the side is retired. So, 1 inning of baseball is complete. It's Oakland 2, Bronx nothing. Leading off the top of the second, Ernie Banks hitting .271 with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. Just nips the knees for strike 1. Pulls it down the third base line, but it goes foul. Count is 0-2 on Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks, if I'm not mistaken, played for the Chicago Cubs. Fouled off the high fastball. Count remains 0-2. Shortstop for the Cubs. Obviously a Hall of Famer. And he grounds it up the middle past the diving attempt by Salazar and into center field. And they'll lead off with a single here in the top of the second inning.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, Max Kepler.
Next up for the Oakland A's is Max Kepler, hitting .306 with 9 homers and 32 runs batted in. There's a runner at first, and nobody out. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Slider outside corner, strike 2. And tries to get on top of that fastball, just fouls it back to the screen. Count remains 0-2 on Max Kepler. Strike 3 looking. And there's 1 out here in the top of the second. Patrick Joshi's 3rd strikeout of the game. Let's see if it was questionable. It's at the belt. You know, 2 strikes, you have to put the ball in play. So Yasmani Grandal, the catcher's hitting a .191 with 1 homer and 15 runs batted in. Lines it hard past the third baseman Termini into left field for a base hit. And there's runners at first and second with 1 out for the second straight inning.
The second base.
No chance for Termini. Tried to cafe au lait it. Lineup turns over. Jackie Robinson, who struck out in the first, is up again for a second plate appearance. Grounds it. Pitcher to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. And the side is retired. Nice play by 1-6-3. Halfway through the second, it's 2-0 Oakland. Leading off the bottom of the second is Michael O'Rourke at .341 with 13 homers and 41 runs batted in. It is the first week of June to have any sort of perspective on stats. And he skies it the other way. First pitch, catch. Adam Dunn makes the catch in left field for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 away. Defense for the Oakland Athletics in the outfield from left to right. It's Dunn, Mickey Mantle, Kepler. And in the infield, Caleb Hamilton is at third. Cal Ripken Jr. is at short. Jackie Robinson second. Willie Stargell at first. Now that's a hell of an infield. That's short, second, and first. Matthew Saps is up, hitting .250 with 10 homers and 30 RBIs. Checks the swing. The ball is low. Ball 1. And he smashes the 2-seamer down the line, but goes foul. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Saps. Way out in front of the slider. Count is 1-2. And he hits this one high and deep. Oh, that's gonzo. Upper deck shot for Matthew Saps. And it's a solo home run, his 11th of the season. And the lead is cut in half. It's 2-1 Oakland. Let's watch the replay. Might hit the foul pole. Thought it was destined for the upper deck seats, but I think it might hit the foul pole. Let's see. I'm not sure, but it was a hell of a shot, and the pitcher knew it right off the bat. No question. Next up is Benny LoCicero, hitting .294 with 12 homers and 56 runs batted in. Takes ball one outside. 56 RBIs, leads the team. And he pulls it foul. Strike one. Just gets a piece of the fastball. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes on LoCicero, the right fielder. And he slaps it, but right there is Max Kepler in right field to make the catch for the second out.
The third baseman, number 79.
Third baseman Matt Termini, really good against left-handed pitching this season, but overall he's hitting .274 with 4 homers, 26 runs batted in. He's not facing a left-hander, he's facing a right-hander. Checks the swing, pitches low, ball one. And he slashes it down the third base line and into the corner. He rounds first and makes his way to second with a stand-up double. So with 2 outs, they have a runner in scoring position. That is his 12th double of the season. Hopefully they'll give us a replay on that one.
Number 30.
Oh, they didn't? Okay. Defensive replacement, not defensive, injury replacement. Gio Urshela steps up to the plate, swings at the first pitch, skies it to left, and Adam Dunn is there to retire the side. But they get one of them back on the solo homer by Matthew Saps, and at the end of 2 innings of play, it's Oakland 2, Bronx 1. Top of the third, Caleb Hamilton has a single, a run scored. He steps in for his second plate appearance against Patrick Joseph. And it's right on the corner for strike one, 95 on the radar gun. Curveball, strike two. Strike three looking, inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Caleb. That's his 4th strikeout. Mickey Mantle had a single in the first. Steps in again. Just a little high for ball one. Curveball's in there for strike one. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful, classic Yankee Stadium. I went there in person many times in my life before they tore it down. Pop up in the infield. Third baseman Termini is there. In foul territory, makes the catch for the second out.
The left fielder, number 44, Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn is an RBI single today. He steps up with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Inside corner at the knees. Called for a strike. Oh, and that one is not coming down anytime soon. It's a solo homer from Adam Dunn. His 15th of the season. And it's 3-1 Oakland. My goodness. This one is definitely an upper deck shot. Whew. My God. It's still going. So Willie Stargell steps up with 2 outs here in the third. He's had a sac fly in the first inning.
Willie Stargell.
Oh, that's off.
Pitch is just inside for ball one. Grounds it up the middle. Speared by Salazar. Throws. Just gets him to retire the sides. But Adam Dunn, solo homer, is 15th. Gives them a 2-run lead yet again, and halfway through the third, it's at the Athletics 3 and the Knights 1. Leading off the bottom of the third is the catcher, Anthony Mello, hitting .215 on the season. Just on the corner. My goodness. Yep, just on the corner for strike one. And it's a number at the plate, fielded by the catcher. He throws to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting, number 39.
American League West. As you can see, the Bronx Knights are in first place. Oakland is 8.5 games behind. Max Lukulich flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. Line drive up the middle, a base hit for Lukulich. He's 1 for 2. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, the Knights have a base runner.
The first baseman, number 23.
Don Mattingly steps up. He's 0 for 1. Pitch out, but Lukulich was not going on the pitch. Count as 1 ball, no strikes. Quick throw over to first, keep it close. He's in there. And he hits it high and deep. It is Gonzo. That's a 2-run homer for Don Mattingly, his 12th of the season. And just like that, we got the tie ball game. Hoo-wah. Nice. Short porch in right here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Just enough. So the game is tied at 3. Jacob Salazar is up. He's 0 for 1. And he jams him. Jackie Robinson is there, makes the catch for the second out. Michael O'Rourke, 0 for 1. Steps up with 2 outs in the third. Inside backs him off the plate. The count is 1-0. Michael O'Rourke has an on-base percentage higher than 400. And he smashes it, but on the line, Max Kepler makes the catch to retire the side. So, Don Mattingly, 2-run homer here in the bottom of the third, makes it a tie ball game at the end of 3 innings of play. It's the Athletics 3, the Knights 3. Top of the fourth, Cal Ripken Jr. struck out in the first. He steps in against Joseph. It's a brand new ball game. And it's on the corner for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Slashes it between short and third. It's a base hit for the Iron Man. And they have the leadoff man on with nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Cal Ripken would never have done that. That was a very low-key player. Ernie Banks had a single in the second inning. Steps in again with the runner at first. And it's a line drive. Gio Urshela caught on a line. And there is 1 out.
Up next for Oakland, the right fielder.
Max Kepler struck out. He's 0 for 1. Strike, 95 on the radar gun. And he pulls it foul. I think Max Kepler in real life is a current day baseball player in the major leagues. I think he plays for the Detroit Tigers. I'm not 100% sure. Grounds it to Mattingly. Throws to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. 3-6-3. Double play and the side is retired. After 3.5 innings of play, game is tied at 3. Matthew Saps is up. He hit a solo home run in the second.
Designated hitter, number 31.
And it's a line drive back through the box. Between the legs of the pitcher is a single. for Matthew Saps, and he's 2 for 2 today as he leads off. You can see the hits leaders on the Bronx Knights. Chris Ramos is at the top of the list. I don't see Matthew Saps on that list, but I'm sure he's there somewhere. Benny LoCicero is up. He's 0 for 1. Checks the swing. Low and inside. Ball 1. Goes out of the strike zone to swing at a high pitch. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on LoCicero. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saps leads off first. Pitch is low. Count evens at 2-2. Inside, 3-2, full count. Matt Termini on deck, 3-2, nobody out. Will the runner be in motion? I don't think so. Fouled it off, and we'll do it again. Here comes the payoff pitch, 3-2. Just gets a piece to stay alive, and we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. And he slashes it foul, pulls it down the first base line. Just gets a piece to stay alive. It's been one hell of a battle. This is the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Down and in, and it's ball 4. And there's now runners at first and second after the free pass. Still nobody out here in the 4th. Saps is on second, LoCicero on first. Both of them have speed. So Termini had a double in the second inning. He was a runner in scoring position. It's outside and goes back to the screen. Both runners advance. And now there are 2 runners in scoring position after the wild pitch. They could score another run without the benefit of a hit. Count as 1 ball, no strikes on Termini. And it's a base hit up the box through the middle. And it's going to be a 2-run single for Termini. And it's 5-3 Knights. The wild pitch. Instead of 1-run scoring, the wild pitch caused them both to score. Nice hitting by Termini. Just took it back up the middle. Gio Urshela steps up. Still no one out here in the bottom of the 4th. And it's high, ball 1. Gio Urshela is a part-time player. Quick throw to first. Termini's back. He does have speed. And he slashes it to center, but Mickey Mantle is there to make the catch. 1 down. No advance on the base paths.
Now batting.
Anthony Millo grounded out in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. He's had a tough time out of the gate. He's only hitting .214 on the season. And he skies it to center field. Mantle is there. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Lineup turns over. Max Lukulich is a single. A run scored. He's 1 for 2 today. Right on the edge for strike 1. Outside, ball one, count 1-1. As you can see, Don Mattingly, 50-year-old version of Don Mattingly, is the manager of the Bronx Knights. So he's in the dugout and at first base at the same time. Check the swing, count is 2-1. Just off the plate, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner will be in motion here in the bottom of the 4th. And it's a base hit back through the box. And Lukelich is 2 for 3. And here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th, we now have runners at first and second, both with speed. Don Mattingly steps up. As you can see, Miles Mikolas has 7 hits he's given up in 3 2/3 innings. 5 earned runs. Not even a single strikeout. So he's 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. He's got a chance for more. Just off the plate, ball 1. Goes up, fouls it back. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he just gets a piece of it. Mantle is there. He runs it down to retire the side. But not before they get 2 more runs and break the tie on the 2-run single by Matt Termini. The end of 4 innings of play. It's the Bronx Knights 5, the Oakland A's 3. Leading off the top of the 5th, Yasmani Grandal. He's 1 for 1 against Patrick Joseph. Just off the plate inside. As you can see, the shift is on. Only Termini is on the left side of the infield.
Inside,
ball 2. 2-0. And he fouls it back to the screen. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Count evens to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it back. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss at the curveball. 1 down. That's his 5th strikeout of the contest. And it was not a strike. Tied him up inside. Jackie Robinson steps up for his 3rd plate appearance. He's 0 for 2. And he slices it down the first base line for strike 1. Curveball in there for strike 2. Jackie has 4 triples on the season. And he skies it to deep left field, but Lukelich, right in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, 3rd baseman.
Caleb Hamilton, single run scored, 1 for 2. Steps up against Joseph. Strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Out in front of the slider. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Joseph is cruising. Strike 3 looking. And the side is retired. So he's pitched 5 innings. He is the pitcher of record. It's Bronx Knights with a 2-run lead. Leading off the bottom of the 5th is Jacob Salazar. He's 0 for 2. Pitches low, ball 1. 6 for his last 15. Ball 2. Surprised they haven't made a pitching change. Line drive, base hit in front of Mickey Mantle in center, and the leadoff man is on for the Knights here in the 5th.
Now batting.
Here's the replay. Line drive single up the middle. Next up is Michael O'Rourke. 2 right-handers warming up in the Athletics bullpen. And he slices it down the left field line, goes foul into the seats. 0-1. He's 0 for 2 today. A little out in front of the curveball, and the count quickly falls to no balls and 2 strikes. Trevor May and Yohan Lopez are warming up in the Athletics bullpen. Salazar leads off first. And the pitch is low. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on O'Rourke. Inside, count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he hits it high and deep. It's got a chance. It is Gomzo, a 2-run home run for Michael O'Rourke, his 14th of the season. And they now lead 7-3. Oh, disrespect to the third base umpire. He's been showboating with you for every home run, and now you diss him like that? Not cool. Anyway, here's the replay. Put a charge into it. That'll be all from Nicholas as they make a pitching change. Coming in relief for the Oakland A's is Trevor May. This is his 29th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 1-1 with a 5.79 earned run average. So it's a 4-run contest. Bronx Knights lead 7-3. Matt Saps is up. He's 2 for 2 today. Oh, and he hits him. The pitch after. Oh, let's hope the benches are being warned.
Number 38. That
definitely meant something. I think we might have some trouble here at the ballpark. Anyway, LoCicero is up. He walked. He's officially 0 for 1 in the ball game. Quick throw to first. Saps is back. Outside, ball 2. Oh, I'm sorry, check that, ball 1. Count is 1 ball, no strikes on LoCicero, the right fielder. He grounds it. He steps on first. The tag at second. It is a bizarre double play, but a double play nonetheless. Miles Mikolas's line is ghastly. It's 4 innings pitched, 9 hits, 7 earned runs, a walk, but no strikeouts. That's a day that you just want to forget. So there are 2 outs now with Termini up. Termini's 2 for 2. And he skies at the center. Mantle is there. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So, 5 innings complete. It's an official game. After the home run, the end of 5, it's the Bronx Knights 7, the Oakland A's 3. Mickey Mantle leads off the top of the 6th. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey.
And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. Grounds it. Fielded by... Oh, he just couldn't get it out of his glove. Nice stop by Salazar. It's probably a base hit to lead off the inning. He kept it in the infield, but just could not get it out of his glove. So, Mantle leads off first. Adam Dunn is 2 for 2 with a homer. And he checks the swing and pitches inside for ball 1. And so that this doesn't get out of reach, manager bullpen. Lefty, lefty, righty. Jesse Biddle will warm up, and Jonathan Holder will warm up, just in case we need some relief. And he slices it down the left field line for strike one. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike on Adam Dunn. And it's a line drive the other way, a base hit. And nice play by Lukulich to hold him at first and second, not allowing the advance. Here's the replay. Slashes it down slashes it the other way. Keeps it from going into the corner and thus keeping it first and second with nobody out. Let's have a mound visit. He's got a lot of confidence, as you can see by that blue line, but not much energy. He's responsible for the 2 runners, and he talks him out of it. He says, "Let me get this guy, coach." Fouls him off, strike 1. Grounds it. 2-1 double play. There are now 2 outs with runner at third base. Third base. Nice play by all involved. Cal Ripken is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. He does have a runner at third base. Strike 1. 426 with runners in scoring position. That is impressive.
Nope, that's a ball.
Curveball's low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I have a feeling this is going to be his last batter no matter what happens.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Inside, 2-1. Swing and a miss way out in front of the changeup. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he can't get around on it. Pops it up into the seats. Grounds it weakly down the line, but it's a foul ball. Good thing it was, because it was a tough play. Swing and a miss, strike 3, side retired, and they get out of the jam. So, 5.5 innings pitched. It's Bronx Knights 7, Oakland A's 3. Next up, bottom of the 6th, it's Gio Urshela, who's 0 for 2. I think I want to have a pitching change in the 7th. Ball 1. Hold on a second. Manager's office, bullpen. Right, left, switch. It really doesn't matter. I think I'm going to go Jesse Biddle. Schedule will put him in the game. I'll let Jonathan Holder continue to warm up just in case. Outside ball 2, count as 2 balls and no strikes on Gio Urshela. In real life, Gio Urshela plays for the New York Yankees, starting third baseman. And he golfs it to shallow center. Mantle is there and makes the catch, 1 away.
Now batting.
Anthony Millo is 0 for 2. Steps in for his 3rd plate appearance. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball 1, inside. That is not true. 10 doubles is not first on the team. I don't know why that stat said that. Popped it straight back over the radio box. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. Way out in front of the slider, the count is quickly 1 ball and 2 strikes on Millo. In the dirt, 2-2. And he pops it up behind the plate, just in fair territory. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. Max Lukulich is 2 for 3. Steps in again. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball 1. See, now that makes sense. 17 doubles might just be first on the Knights. Pulls it into the seats, foul. Count as 1-1 on Rich. Just gets a piece. It's 1-2. And it is popped, lined softly to Jackie Robinson to retire the side. After 6 innings of baseball, Bronx Knights still have a 4-run lead, 7-3. Yes, I do want to change pitchers. Pitching the 7th is Jesse Biddle, making his 21st appearance. He is 2-1 with 3 saves and a 2.28 earned run average. And the first man he faces is Ernie Banks. He's 1-2. And it's strike 1. Swinging and missed the curveball, strike 2. And he smashes it high and deep, but it just curves foul at the last moment. And the count remains no balls, 2 strikes on Ernie Banks. And he lines it. Will Lukulich get there? He will. He'll race it down into the gap for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Max Kepler's 0 for 2. And he grounds it to Mattingly, who takes it himself for the second out here in the top of the 7th.
The batter, the catcher.
Yasmani Grandal, the catcher. Switch hitter bats from the right side against the lefty Biddle. He's 1 for 2. Strike 1. Slider's just off the plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swinging a miss at the curveball. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, grounds it the other way to Mattingly, takes it himself, and the 7th inning is done. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. The Bronx Knights lead by 4, 7-3.
Your attention, please.
Bottom of the 7th, Chad Green takes over pitching duties for the Oakland A's. He's pitched in 18 games. He's 1-1 with a 4.50 earned run average. And he gets to face Don Mattingly, who's 1 for 3, but that one was a big one. It was a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning to put them to tie the ball game. High, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
He grounds it weakly to Jackie Robinson. Fields throws it to first for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th.
The batter, number 3.
Next up is Jacob Salazar. He has a single in this game and a run scored. He's 1 for 3.
Salazar.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. I know Chad Green used to play for the Yankees. I don't know where he is now. I don't think he's on the Yankees anymore. Inside, ball 2. Counts 2 balls and no strikes on Salazar. Line drive up the middle, speared by the Iron Man. He throws from his knees. A gorgeous play. From his knees, throws him out at first. And Salazar has speed. Look at this play. Sliding, stab, from his knees, throws him out. So next up is Michael O'Rourke, and he did this in the 5th. A 2-run shot. And let's see if he can do it again. He's 1 for 3. Pitch is outside for ball one. Grounds it to the third baseman and throws across the diamond to retire the side. So, 7 innings of baseball have gone by. It's the Bronx Knights 7, the Oakland A's 3. I think Biddle is going to stay out there for another inning. So he gets to face Jackie Robinson, who's 0 for 3.
The second baseman, Jackie.
And he pours it in there for strike one. Fastball at 97 on the gun. Tries to bunt his way on, and it may be successful. Throw down to first is not in time. It is a bunt single for Jackie Robinson. He's now 1 for 4. He leads off the top of the 8th with a single.
The third baseman,
Caleb Hamilton is 1 for 3. Steps in. Takes strike one. Strike two. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Hamilton is down swinging for the first out. He really tricks him up here. Almost hit him. Mickey Mantle, switch hitter, now bats from the right side against the lefty Biddle. Grounds it to Termini and throws across the diamond for the sure out at first base. There are 2 outs with a runner in scoring position now, though. Adam Dunn, 3 for 3. He's got a homer. He has 2 singles facing Biddle. Swing and a miss. Strike one. It has not been successful at runners in scoring position this season, though. 216 average. Swing and a miss to the curve. And there are 2 strikes. Two-seamer just off the edge. Full house, 54,165 in attendance at Classic Yankee Stadium. That is basically a full capacity. And he pops him up. It could stay in play. Lukelich in foul territory makes the catch to retire the side. So after 7.5 innings of play, Oakland still losing by 4. Bottom of the 8th, Yohan Lopez comes in to pitch for the A's. This is his 24th appearance. He has no record, but he does have an ERA of 5.32 in 23 and 2/3 innings. Matt Saps is 2 for 2. Steps in again against Yohan Lopez. Checks his swing, pitches low for ball one. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Fouls off the high fastball. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike on Matthew Saps. Saps is a home run today. He's way out in front of the slider, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Benny LoCicero is on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he swings and misses at the slider for strike 3. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting.
Just was out in front. Couldn't get any bat on the on that slider. Nasty pitch. So Benny LoCicero steps in. Lefty and a righty warming up in the A's bullpen. And he pulls it foul. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Checks the swing. jumps back from the plate. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on LoCicero. Outside, ball 2. 2-1. As you can see, you got a lefty and a righty in the bullpen. Hector Neris and Taylor Rogers. Probably fictional players, but who cares? Three and 1 count. Hitters count with Termini on deck. Will he give it to him or will he walk him? And he hits it high and deep. That is Gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. It's a solo homer from Benny LoCicero. His 13th of the season, and it's now an 8-3 ball game. Deep, high drive down the left field line. See how far it goes. Here it is. So, 8-3, here in 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Termini's 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, steps in. And he hits a hard ground ball to the third baseman, throws across the diamond for the second out. Termini is retired.
Now batting, number 30.
Gio Urshela, injury replacement for Francisco Lindor. It's 0 for 3 today. And it's a base hit into right field in front of Max Kepler. And the inning continues with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. It's an 8-3 ball game. And Gio Urshela singles to keep the inning alive. Next up is Anthony Millo, the catcher, batting 9th. He's 0 for 3 today. Inside, ball 1. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. This is game number 60 in the regular season for the Bronx Knights. It's a created franchise on MLB 20, the show, game on PlayStation 4. And he pops it up short left field. Check that. Adam Dunn is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So, last licks for the Oakland A's. Benny LoCicero increases their lead, gives them an insurance run. The end of 8 innings of play. It's a 5-run lead for the Knights. So, I'm going to make sure manager, bullpen, not substitutions, but manager, bullpen.
Leading off for the Athletics.
The holder is there, and I'm going to give these 2 guys a day off today, so we don't have to worry about that. It's a 5-run lead. I shouldn't have to worry about the closer. Swing and a miss. Willie Stargell was 0 for 2 today. He swings and misses at pitch number 1. Curveball's in there for strike 2. Count is no balls, 2 strikes. Fastball just off the plate. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stargell. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning.
The battle.
Iron Man Cal Ripken Jr. had a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 4. He steps in with 1 out here in the 9th. And he swings and fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Looks nothing like Cal Ripken Jr., but whatever. Just gets a piece of the curveball. The count quickly falls to no balls and 2 strikes. And he breaks his bat. Millo is behind the plate, makes the catch to record the second out. They are down to their final out. Ernie Banks, the Hall of Fame shortstop, is 1 for 3 with a single. Steps in for last licks. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike 2, they're down to their final strike. Oh, and he hits it high and deep into the gap. And it will off the base of the fence. And he's got a stand-up double with 2 outs in the 9th. My goodness, he put a charge into that one. Let's look at the replay. Boom.
Matt Kepler.
I thought it was going to land on the warning track, but it hit the base of the fence. Kicked back out. So next up is Max Kepler, who's 0 for 3. He does have a runner in scoring position, but can't hit a 5-run homer, so not really much to worry about. Pitches inside for ball 1. Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought that was a strike, but umpire says the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Finally a strike. Count is 2-1. And he makes the catch to retire the side and end the ball game. The Bronx Knights win 8-3 and capture this first game of a 3-game set against their division rival Oakland A's. It's nice to win. All right. Thank you for joining me. Let's do this the right way. So, Bronx Knights, 8 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Oakland A's, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher was Patrick Joseph. That was his 7th win. He's 7-1. Miles Mikolas takes the loss. I have no idea what his record is. And Jesse Biddle gets the save. I don't know how you get a save with a 4-run lead, but fine. If the game wants to give him a save, he will gladly take it. And the player of the game is Benny LoCicero, who was 1 for 3 with a homer and an RBI. I don't know why he was the player of the game, but whatever, you had to pick somebody. Anyway, this has been a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Love to play video games, love to stream this stuff. Thank you for watching. Hope to continue to play all the way straight through the season, hopefully make the playoffs and the World Series. Thank you for joining me, really appreciate it, and have yourself a great night.